Adam, Belial, Wicker Man in dark ritual. The male sexual organs represent the material body of the Earth's creation in the numerology of 5, and this symbology is used in ritual to conjure Adam, Belial. When the male body is circulating energy and connecting with all earthly elements, it is represented by the 5-pointed star geometry, which is known as the pentagram. Within the Kabbalah, in its principle of divine light and truth, the perfect and complete form of the 5-pointed star is represented as Adam Kadmon. Adam Kadmon accesses the kingdoms of light, the dimensional realms inhabited with benevolent, loving, positive, and truthful spirits. In the principle of darkness and lies, the adversary of the light, the material body is made in the male principle as Adam Belial, in which his will and wickedness is made into his material form to serve his selfish desires. Adam Belial accesses the kingdoms of darkness, dimensional realms inhabited with anti-life or evil spirits, demons, poisons, and also filled with negative form bodies, dead energy husks or shells. His correspondences are imperfect human desires made into flesh and used for selfish gratification, to take possession of power, royalty, and strength, in which to acquire the treasures of others' riches and wealth. In this way, he seeks to imitate the Divine Father, stealing his knowledge and using it against him and his creation by directing confusion into the brains and minds of the people. Through this mind control, he uses the false king of tyranny archetype to carry out the oppression of God's creation. Within the structure of the Belial principle, he can perceive what the crown chakra or planetary mind desires to create and continues to split the creation into gender reversals in order to work against its natural and organic manifestation. His female counterpart is connected to the spirit of whoredom or prostitution, spreading sexual slavery, misogyny, and sexual misery programming. In some ritual circles, the conjuring of the Adam Belial consciousness and dark spirits into a person desiring riches, wealth, or knowledge of the hidden mysteries requires sacrifice, one of which is related to the Wicker Man. During the Gallic Wars, military campaigns waged by Julius Caesar documented that Celtic peoples in Central Europe used large straw wicker statues for sacrifices by burning it in effigy. An effigy is a representation of a specific person in the form of sculpture or some other three-dimensional medium. In current times, the Wicker Man has been symbolically referenced as a part of some neo-pagan ceremonies without the human sacrifice, but burning the representation of a person. Although many people are not intentionally participating in the burning of a Wicker Man for satanic purposes, the Wicker Man has been used in satanic rituals for many ages, specifically for human sacrifice in order to conjure the dark spirits connected to the Adam Belial material principle. For the satanic ritualist or conjurer of Adam Belial, the dark power they are looking to collect from others and embody is the anti-life reversal of the male rod principle that exists in the organic crystal architecture. the higher horizontal layers connecting directly into the Metatronic body in the 8th and 9th dimensional time matrix. Essentially, the opening of the Dath would lead directly to the black star Abaddon, as described in Revelation 9:11. Essentially, the ritual involves the hijack of the organic solar body and ruby sun DNA of the Michael Nephilim consciousness using pieces of the masculine solar body principle spark to ignite this process into the planetary field through artificial and organic 1111 gateways. To be able to access these gateways, they cannot sustain the life force energy inside themselves. So they use blood sacrifices to hijack the energy required to attempt to carry themselves into these higher dimensional planes and through stargates. This Adam Belial principle operates as the gatekeeper to the twin towers that opens the portal. This represents the ultimate access that leads into the complete mysteries of Thoth, that contains all of the hidden words of creation and mysterious knowledge that is held in all 10 spheres of the Sephiroth, the Black Sun creation. Apparently, it is believed when the ritualist opens the portal of Thoth, the heart complex and physical heart chambers are filled with life force, which supposedly grows a soul from those sacrificed and harvested on behalf of those who are soulless. For those of us aware that the sons of Belial are behind the New World Order and the 9/11 timelines, it becomes clearer that humanity was held captive at a global scale to witness the sophisticated orchestration of an Adam Belial Luciferian ritual that destroyed the Twin Towers and killed many innocent people for the purpose of blood sacrifice for the soulless. The Belial Program, described as one faction of the negative alien agenda attempting to force the planet to serve the multiple invading species agenda through imposing artificially replicated time fields, inverting the system, and generating a false reality based upon masterful lies, deceptions, and illusions. Those lies are sophisticated tactics used in psychological, emotional warfare that are being waged against the eternal life principle, authentic human beings. And this deception is considered a sacrament to their Luciferian religion. The deviant priest class of Luciferians believe that it is a holy thing to lie and deceive the weaker masses in order to manipulate them to serve their agenda. Humanity is being increasingly saturated with dark ritual symbolism in everyday life. The power elite globalists have permeated and infiltrated every control pillar of society to drown us in Luciferian and satanic sigils and symbols that are intended to cast black magic spells that transmit blatant lies to confuse the public. We cannot fear spiritual knowledge and the honest truth, or deny the fact that many of those in power practice dark rituals and blood sacrifice, and flaunt this fact to all of us every day through the mainstream media. This is another example of why it is important to discern what we are actually looking at in the global scape, looking for the deceptions being perpetrated and choosing to banish the lies, asking for truthful disclosure once and for all. As long as we believe in the lies that we are being told, and we hand over our consent to be deceived by the power elite and the negative alien agenda, we are giving them permission to continue to wage their wars, perform blood sacrifice rituals, and carry out their anti-human agendas. Banishing the lies of Belial. We have recently had a momentous event on the earth, in that the embodiment principle of one of the major chieftains of Adam Belial Gestalt has left his body and is currently unable to transfer his consciousness into another earthly form as had been planned. It was this man that was used to be the physical embodiment of the spiritual chieftain of the Belial group, the king of corruption and lies, that has recently been banished from this world. In this moment, we acknowledge the role of Belial and state that no longer shall he pass the gate. He is not welcome on earth or welcome to our sight. We evict this liar and deceiver from its influence in our lives, in our minds, in our bodies, and in our beliefs. We stand for truth, the true spirit, and ask that our portals of consciousness, as well as our entire multidimensional light-body layers, be cleansed and cleared of these mind control programs and their deceptions, so that we may continue to see, hear, feel, and know the truth spirit within, that we may be of pure heart and be blessed to see rightly, accurately, and in alignment to our highest expression in truth. I command true spiritual law. All manipulated consent or karma is rendered null and void through all timelines and stations of identity. Please return to rightful owner all of my spiritual light body, clearing shadow, negative elementals, soulless and engineered entities or clones, which have been used by Belial entities to manipulate my mind and genetic image. Beloved God, restore my spiritual vision to awaken fully and see the whole truth. As we move through these turbulent times, remember the truth that violence is never the answer. To be the compassionate witness and spiritual revolutionary, as the disclosure event is further unraveling, we must commit to practice nonviolence, finding compassion deep in our heart for all. Please only take what is useful for your spiritual growth and discard all the rest. Thank you for your courage and bravery to be a truth seeker. Until next, stay in the luminosity of your avatar Christos Sophia heart path. Please be kind to yourself and to each other. With a loving heart. Until next month.